can't do this. How did you do this?
Today's video is all about what I wish to... There's gonna be so many bloopers, oh my gosh.
Good luck editing this.
Oh my gosh, okay. And if there's a verse that you think could help somebody with today's episode, wow, what would you say the verse would be?
Isaiah 30, probably.
And though the Lord gives you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet your teachers will not be moved into a corner anymore, but your eye shall see your teachers. Your ear shall hear a word behind you, saying, this is the way, walking it, whenever you turn to the right hand, or whenever you turn to the left. Isaiah chapter 30, verses 20 to 21, New King James Version.
Hey family, welcome back to another video. If it's your first time meeting me, my name is Dara A, and here we keep it unapologetically real. Today you can see that I have an empty chair right here. So what does that mean, guys? It means we have our very first sit down guest here on the Unapologetic Diaries, and that guest is Miss Rita.
Bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye.
Damn! All right, so today I'm here with Rita, and Rita, would you like to explain who you are?
So my name is Rita, and I am originally from China, and now I work with an organization called International Friendship. IFI is a national organization, and it is a ministry for international students, and what we do is we partner with churches, universities, volunteers, local families to provide life-changing hospitalities for our international students.
And on top of being a worker for IFI, Rita is also a Franklin and Marshall College alum.
Yes, class of 22. Yes.
So Rita is here today because today's video is what I wish I knew before college, international edition. First tip, applying. Understand your fit. Not every college is for you. So what's your take on that, Rita?
I think there are just so many different types of higher ed. In America, there's big universities, there's liberal arts, there's small, big. You have to know what you want. Yeah.
You can have your fit, but the most important thing to know is go where the money flows. You may want to go to this big school, but if this school can't offer you the full 80K you need, should you really go to that school? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Student loan is not a joke.
Yeah. Location. How's location for you as an international student?
I don't love the big cities, so for me, if F&M's pretty perfect, but I know some international students, they come to Lancaster and they're like, wow, this is the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
What did I get myself into?
And in talking about location, I think a big thing to point out is taxes. If I knew as much as I knew about taxes now, I probably would have applied to more schools in Texas because there's no taxes in Texas.
Yeah, so different states all have different taxes. There's different sales tax rules, there's different income tax rules. It's complicated, and especially when you're an international student, the rules are different. It depends on how many years you've stayed in the US. If you stayed in the US for 5 years or above, if you have already been here for high school, then you have to start doing your own taxes. But then when you are a fresh international student, I guess, the school might help you with taxes. So all these things are different. Yeah.
Understand money. As an international student, there is something called the 1042S tax, the most dreaded tax. It's a hidden tax, it's annoying, and depending on what school you go to, that depends whether you pay or not. Here at F&M, we pay the 1042S tax, and it can go as high as $1,500 per semester. So think about that when you're applying for schools. Understand what hidden costs may come, because those hidden costs, they do add up and it can be very frustrating. So what was your experience with the 1042S tax?
For me, because I've been here for long enough, I only had to pay it for 1 year. And so yeah.
That's very sad.
Yeah.
Well, it's sad for me, not for you. That's amazing for you, but sad for me.
Yeah, I know. I use this app called Free Tax USA. I have to pay like $20 every year to use the website to file my taxes. That's what I do. Yeah.
Search up Free Tax USA.
Yeah.
Sponsor us. Sponsor me. Sponsor me. Free Tax USA. There we go. So talking about our status in the USA, OPT. All about OPT. Rita, I'm gonna hand over to you because now you're a legal alien in the country. So what does that mean to be legal alien?
Yeah. So illegal aliens, I think when you've been here for 5 years, you're a legal alien. Sounds weird. Yeah, I know. But when you are a student, you can do CPT. That is like internships you can do.
Curricular practical training.
Yeah, during the summer. So when you do OPT, it's still not that easy of a thing. You start right when you start your senior year to look for jobs. Because it's still hard to find companies that would want to take OPT students. And once you find those companies, you have to apply for OPT. I have had friends who, even though they got their OPT, it came too late. It didn't come in time, and they got kicked out of the country. It has happened before. Yeah, so start the process early. Do not slack.
So in saying that, the next point I want to go into for international students is understand your major. And I think this is one that can go for both internationals and domestic students. It is important to know what major you want to do before you come to college. Even if you don't know like the full big idea, having an idea of what you want to study is very important. When I first came to F&M, in my previous video, I said how I wanted to study law because of Elwood's. Watch that video, link up here or there, who knows. I wanted to study law and I decided that I'm going to do business instead. In the end, I ended up designing my own major. So now I have a specialized major in international business and digital marketing. Now, because I have my own major, I only have 1 year OPT. So what that means is after I graduate, whatever company that chooses to hire me and take me on, I will legally only have 1 year that I'm allowed to work in the USA. But then by the grace of God, I'd get my H-1B visa or I'd get my green card and I'd be able to continue on in the USA. Or if I have the intentions to, I can go to another country and continue working maybe back home in London or somewhere else in the world. So it's important to know your major, what major you want to have, and understand what that means for you in the long run.
The big idea here is that a STEM major is a 3-year OPT and a non-STEM major is a 1-year OPT. But please do not let OPT stop you from studying what you genuinely like and are actually good at. You need a good GPA to apply for most companies that sponsor F1 students, so be wise in the decisions that you make.
Let's talk about banks.
Yes.
So Rita, I'm going to let you take this one.
Yeah, so banks, when the international students come in, the school will hand you a package and they will say, hey, yeah, we'll take you to this bank. And usually the bank that the school is trying to get you to open your bank account and have a partnership with the school. And the school is getting paid. And they're probably not going to be a good bank. In America, I think the top 3 banks are Chase, Wells Fargo, Capital One, Bank of America. Those are the more reliable banks that you can open a debit card in. You have to bring a passport, bring your information, bring some cash that you can open a bank account. And then once you open a debit card, you can open a credit card. Do not abuse the credit card system. Pay your bills, do not spend money you do not have. But when you open a credit card, you can collect points.
So let's talk about credit cards a bit more. I have a Discover credit card. I highly recommend, if you're an international student, get a Discover credit card. That's probably going to be the easiest one for you to get upon coming to the country. Understand the country you're in. In America, this country runs on debt. It also runs on credit. So that means when you're trying to pay for things, if you want to get a house later on down the line, your mortgage lender may ask to look at your credit score history. Yeah. And your credit score history is built upon showing that you have a good history of being able to pay back. You borrow money from the bank and then you make sure you pay that back when you can. pay it back before the month ends. Don't pay it back when you can. Pay it back before the month ends.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't spend more than you actually earn, and you'll soon be able to build a great credit score. So yeah.
And I also have a travel credit card, especially also as an international student. You have to spend money on your plane tickets. Why not get some cash back on those big purchase you have to do? So I collected all the points from all my plane tickets, and I actually had a trip to Arizona. That plane ticket was free because of, you know, the travel credit cards that I opened. So yeah.
Third top tip: networking. Be a good networker. There's a popular saying, your network is your net worth. And I truly believe that, especially in the USA. I love the US because it's a culture where you can move up classes so quickly. And it's a culture built upon helping each other out, and there's a lot of camaraderie in the US, which I really love. I love it so much, and I think it's important for you to network very early on because they'll help you in your job career. It just help you in life. It help you in terms of gaining a good mentor horizontally and vertically. And what does that mean? That means that you network with people who are in your year group and people who are even your major, but also networking people who are older than you, younger than you, in different fields and different majors. Because let's just say I want to start a cosmetic business. I may be very good at marketing, but I need someone who's good at chemistry. If I only know people who are good at marketing, I'm not going to go far. So it's good for you to network and know people so that you're able to diversify your skill set. Would you like to add to that? Or
Yeah,
agree?
I do think the US is not a great place for introverts. I think a lot of Chinese students or Asian students struggle with that, but it's important to just like get out of their shell. Yeah.
Get out there and go network. Tip number 4: transportation. Rita, I'm gonna hand it over to you because you got a car and I don't. So
Yeah, cars. It's the main way of transportation here in America. You can borrow a bike, and you can rent a bike. Take the shuttle. Take driving classes back home would be a better idea because the driving schools here are extremely expensive, like hundreds of dollars per hour. So it's a better idea to take lessons in your home country if you're going to come to America. And then once you get here, you can find friends who maybe they have a car. I'm willing to help students who want to practice with my car. We can, just get familiar with what it is like to drive here.
I actually practiced in Rita's car.
Yeah.
It didn't go too well, but Rita's a good teacher. I'm just a bad driver. So the big idea is start early, practice before you come to the USA, and find the right people that can help you in whatever state you're in. And also check your local DMV for more information. Tip number 5: packing. If I can go back, I wouldn't have brought my entire life with me. You don't need it. I know you feel like I might need this thing. You don't. Look up a capsule wardrobe. I'm sure there are amazing TikTokers and YouTubers out there and Instagrammers that can show you how to have a capsule wardrobe. I think that goes with the same with like stationery and stuff. Well, Rita disagrees with me on this one, so she'll say her piece.
I'm just an Asian who loves her stationaries, but that's a very particular thing.
I'm an iPad girly. I got my iPad, I got my pen, I have my MacBook, and I'm good to go. Apple, sponsor me. I love you. Yes. But yeah, I just use my iPad. I take notes in class because nowadays a lot of students just use ebooks. So use your free resources around you. Please do not pack your entire life. And the reason why I say this, specifically at my school, once the school semester ends, if you do not have family in the US of A, oh my goodness gracious me, it is difficult to survive here. Because where are you going to put your stuff? You're going to have to pay for storage scholars or a storage box system, and it is expensive and it's not worth it. So please pack light. Friendships. Let's talk about making friends.
Making friends. Yeah.
Well. Next question. See ya.
Rita, what would you say about making friends?
I don't think it's easy. It's not an easy thing, especially in America. As an international student, you have to really break through some cultural barriers in order to make friends. and people will have preconceived notions that they will assume about you. You might encounter some less pleasant things.
Yes.
And people like to play with social dynamics here in America. I realized that I cannot put my identity in who likes me, who wants to be my friends, but in something bigger. Yeah.
I think my top tip for just making friends in the US, just in general, whether you study abroad, whether you go to another country, keep it unapologetically real. I know I say that all the time, but truly, when you keep it real and you're just true to yourself, you will find your tribe.
Yeah.
You will find people who like you just for you. You will find people that enjoy your presence and your being. And I think that's the beauty of friendships. If you're a bit more on the introverted side, join a club. But even when you join a club, stay true to yourself. I think it's important in life to know that every situation doesn't require you to assimilate. Sometimes situations require you to be who you are and for people to learn how to exist in a world where people can be individuals. You do not have to assimilate. And I think the saddest thing I see is freshmen come in and they look like individuals. And after the first month, it's like everyone is clones, everyone's wearing the same thing, everyone's doing the same thing.
The same white top and jeans.
Oh my gosh.
Don't create drama when it's not there. I do think people sometimes likes to create things out of thin air and just avoid it. It's not fun. It's not a mature thing to do, and you'll regret it. Yeah.
So I'm going to name a few culture shocks that I had when I first came. The big one for me was faith culture, the culture around like Christianity in the USA. Like me being a Christian, I felt like I wasn't Christian enough coming to the US, and I'm like, oh, okay, like there's a whole different level of what it means to be a Christian, and that's a whole separate video. But yeah, the food, I had a TikTok that went viral. I actually inserted it here. Yeah, the food, maybe it's the African in me. We can go out with our friends, and on your friend's birthday, the celebrant pays for everybody. Whereas here, it's like you'd go out for a friend's birthday, and let's just say you only spent $20 worth of food, and everybody else spent like $50 worth of food. The bill will be split equally. When I first came to the US, that was something that my heart paused for a second, and I was like, should I say something? Do I tell these people I'm not paying for this? Because I was really shocked, and I'm like, I ate $20. I watched my budgets, you know? I ate according to my budget. Now I have to exceed my budget plus tip and tax. And I didn't know how to feel about that. Drinking culture is a big thing. People will drink their heads off, I think. So that is something that can shock you. But I think it's, again, set your boundaries. You don't have to do what you don't want to do. And I think if you stay true to yourself and voice your opinions early on, whoever is around you should respect you enough to not
peer pressure.
Yeah.
I remember at first I would dread to go on walks because I would know I'll have to be like, hi. I'll have to do that to anybody I come across.
Or small talk. I think that's a big culture shock here. Small talk. I think.
Like when you're at the cashier, you have to small talk them. Everywhere you go, you have to small talk. Server, you have to small talk.
Sometimes I'm just like, just give me my drink. I don't wanna talk.
Oh.
I just wanna take my drink and go. Do you have any regrets, Rita?
Regrets? I don't believe in regrets.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everything that happens for a reason. It's all in God's good plan.
Amen.
To build our character.
Amen.
So yeah, I don't think I regret anything.
And if there's a verse that you think could help somebody with today's episode, wow, what would you say the verse would be?
Isaiah 30, probably. And when you look to the left and when you look to the right, you'll hear a voice say, this is the way, walk in it.
Yes, walk in it, and walk in it, walk in the truth, walk in the light, walk in the truth of who you are, and keep it unapologetically real. Yeah. Guys, make sure to reach out to Rita. Where can we find you, Rita?
You can find me at IFI Lancaster. We're on Instagram, and also you can visit our website. Yep.
There you go. I'll put all the details in the description box below. And where can you find me? At Dara Abimbola on all of my socials: Instagram, Substack, LinkedIn, YouTube, the whole shebang. Follow me, subscribe to me, stay tuned with what I'm doing, and stay tuned for the next video that will be posted every single Sunday. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Keeping it unapologetically real. It's Dara A. Bye, family.